Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I would just do a little top 5 list of my most anticipated releases of 2024. So there is 5 books that I cannot wait to come out. A couple of them I've been lucky enough to receive an ARC of, the other ones I'm sadly just going to have to wait until they get released. So I'm going to go from it's not technically my least anticipated, but it's like one that I'm still excited about, but not like top tier excited, to my very most anticipated release of this year. So the first book on this list is The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. This is one that I was lucky enough to get an ARC of from NetGalley. I saw Kate's Books talking about this on her account. She was talking about it on a live that I joined a little while ago, and it sounded really good and it just looked really good, and I was lucky enough to get an ARC of this off of NetGalley, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. This book comes out on the 16th of May this year, and I will be doing a full review of this on my TikTok before the book comes out. So if you guys want to see that and see my thoughts on the book, I will be posting it there. I'm also thinking of doing a video on my channel of my reviews of my NetGalley ARCs, because I do have quite a few and I need to catch up on them. So yeah, that's the first one. It's from what I've taken from the description, it's sapphic, it's got a powerful female lead. It's basically about, I think her name is Marigold. She has basically has moved to a different island to get a fresh start, because I think it's her grandma or her aunt wants her to move, and she goes to stay there to become the Honey Witch. And it's just basically like her story, and then someone shows up on her doorstep. It's someone that basically the one rule for the Honey Witch is they can't fall in love, but I think from what I've read, a girl shows up on her doorstep and they do end up falling in love. That just might be me reading into it because I want more sapphic romances in my life, but who knows, maybe. The fourth book on this list is the Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This book apparently has gothic thriller, witchy vibes, all that kind of good stuff that I love, like strong feminist vibes. This book is one that I've seen on Crystal's Instagram quite a bit. I read her House of Hollow book last year. I finished it last year and I loved it. I want to reread it this year. But when I saw that this book was coming out, it just sounds really good. The vibes of it are right up my alley because I love these kinds of books. And yeah, I really loved her writing in House of Hollow, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one. I think this one comes out on the 24th of January, but any of these books I will just put the release date on the screen here. But yeah, no, it looks incredible. I can't wait to read it, and I'm definitely going to be buying myself a copy. Book number 3 on this list is Switched by Sarah Reddy. Now, this is the second book in her Ghosted series. I was lucky enough to get an ARC of Ghosted last year, and I absolutely loved that book. I listened to the audiobook version, and I also read a little bit of the Kindle ARC version, and I was in love with it. I want to buy the physical version of it just so I can reread it. And the main character of that book, her best friend, is getting a book herself, so it's basically like interconnected standalones, and I've been anticipating this ever since I saw it on Sarah's Instagram, and I was lucky enough to get an ARC of the audiobook of this book from NetGalley as well, and I cannot wait. I really can't wait to read this. I loved Ghosted. It was funny, it was cute, it was a great rom-com, and I wanted to read her best friend's story. So Ghosted, that came out last year, was Gillian's story, and that was her like romance story with her and her love interest, who I think was called, one second, Daniel. So book 1 was about Gillian and Daniel, and I loved their story. It was so good. It made me chuckle, and it was just really funny and really sweet, and it was just like a twist on your normal rom-com. It was like a paranormal one. Switched is Gillian's best friend story. Her name is Serena Otaki, I think her name is, and it's basically She loves her life, she loves her job, she lives in she lives near Geneva in Switzerland. She works as a scientist. She loves Star Trek just like her best friend Gillian does. And it's basically, she never thought love was in the cards for her until she meets someone called Henry, and something happens in a storm. And from what I've read from the blurb of this book, I think they kind of switch bodies because of a storm and a particle collider, from what I've read from the description, which just sounds fascinating to me, and I can't wait to read this book because it just sounds so good. And it reminds me of some of my favourite movies that I used to watch. And there was a movie it gave me the same vibes of. It's called A Boy Girl Thing. It came out when I was younger. I absolutely loved that movie. I watched it multiple times. And this book gives the same vibes of that, so I'm very, very excited. It comes out on the 20th of February, and I will definitely be posting on my TikTok about it, just because I can't wait to read this book because it sounds incredible. So the next book, that is book number 2 on this list, is the second book in the Boys of Avoc series, by Megan Brandy. I read Say You Swear at the end of last year, and that book was incredible. I loved it more than anything. I can't stop thinking about it since I've read it. So the book 2 comes out, I think some point this year. It hasn't actually had a release date. We don't even have a title or a cover yet. All we know is that there's a second book, and it's Peyton's book. And I just want it because I want Peyton and Mason's story, and it's going to be good, and I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, it comes out later this year, and I'm really, really looking forward to reading it. I can't stop thinking about Say You Swear. I feel like I need to reread it again this year because I read it on my Kindle and I want to read the physical copy just so I can annotate it. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this book. I want Peyton's story, and if she doesn't end up with Mason, I will be very, very sad, and me and Megan will be having words. Really, I don't actually know, but you know what I mean. I need her with Mason because they were so cute together in Say You Swear, and I just need their story. And she hasn't confirmed anything, but she hasn't confirmed who like the love interest of the story is. She just said it's Mason. It's not Mason's, it's Peyton's story. So yeah, I need it to be Peyton and Mason. I need it. I need it to be their story. I also need Brady's story because he deserves a love interest. And this is something that me and Geordie have talked about in detail. Well, a little bit of detail, but yeah. I need the second book in this series because it was just, the first one was incredible and I need it. So the final book on this list is my most number 1 top anticipated release of 2024, and that is Legacy of the Heirs by Laura Carter. Now, Secrets of the Dead was my number 1 book of 2023. I loved that book more than anything. I loved the characters, I loved the romances, I loved the world building. I loved the writing. Everything about that book is incredible, and I love Laura's stories so much. And this is going to be a 5-book series, I think she said, and I need book 2 so badly. Like, I need book 2 like right now, but it doesn't come out until the summer, and this is my most anticipated read of the year. I cannot wait to get this book. You can guarantee that I am pre-ordering it, if I can anyway, because I need this book. I need it more than life because it's stuck in my brain. Secrets of the Dead is stuck in my brain, and I've seen like little snippets of it, and I need more Alisara and Kazar, and I'm slowly dying on the inside waiting for this book. I feel like I'm gonna cry because I'm waiting for this book and it's killing me. But yeah, I need book 2 of this series so badly. Like, Laura, what have you done to me? I've never needed a book this badly. I normally don't care about anticipated releases, but this one, I didn't even care. Like, I wanted book 2 in the Fourth Wing series, but like, it wasn't killing me waiting for it. Waiting for book 2 in the Secrets of the Dead series, I think I have a new all-time favourite book, if I'm being completely honest, because I didn't even care this much when I was waiting for book 2 from the Magpie Society series, and that is my all-time favourite series. Waiting for book 2 of the Lost Kingdom saga, it's slowly killing me. It's making me sad that I don't have the second book in my hand right now. I'm sad that I don't have the first book, because I need to buy it. I only have it on my Kindle. I need the paperback and the freaking hardback version of this book, but you know, that's another thing. I've already gone over this. But yeah, no, the second I know the release date of this book, I will be counting down the days, and when this book gets released, I will be disappearing, because I will be going feral for this book, because I need it that badly. So, you know. Anyway, yeah, no, that is my number one most anticipated release of the year, and frankly, I just need it right now. Like, Laura, if you just gave me this book now, I promise I wouldn't tell anybody. So that is it for this week's video. Sorry it's not anything more interesting. I've just not been feeling well at the moment, but I still wanted to get some content out there. But I will be posting, like I said, every week on a Tuesday. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will catch you again next week. And if you'd like to see any like reviews or anything I do, you can check out my Goodreads. It's in the description below, and also you can follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram. I'm not that consistent with content at the moment, but I'm gonna be working on that. And yeah, I will catch you again.